Scratch one, grub. Good morning and welcome to Whenever You Are. I am Bandit Haze, and today I'm going to be talking about Gears of War 4. Now real quick, I was playing the PC Windows 10 version of Gears of War 4, and although I haven't played the Xbox One version of Gears of War 4, I'm going to go ahead and say that is probably the better version. First of all, downloading from the Windows 10 App Store is a pain in the bloody arse, in particular if you happen to have an older version of the Windows 10 App Store, because then you have to update it, and to update it isn't as straightforward as clicking the update button. Oh no, you have to uninstall it, and you can't even just uninstall it, you have to go through PowerShell, enter a bunch of codes to uninstall it, then you have to restart your computer, then you have to reinstall it, and you can't just reinstall it, you have to go into PowerShell again and enter a bunch of codes to reinstall it, and then you have to restart your computer, and then your Windows 10 App Store is updated, and then you can download the game. So yeah, not exactly a straightforward affair. Also, as far as PC ports go, this is certainly amongst the better ones. However, it did still crash a few times, and that's still annoying. But anyway, let me get on with this. Now I'm going to start with story, because the story is easily the least interesting thing about this game. If you have not played Gears of War 1, 2 or 3, not a problem, you don't need to. I've only played Gears of War 1, I've not played Gears of War 2, I've not played Gears of War 3, not played Gears of War Judgment either. Didn't even care about that one when it was released. But anyway, Gears of War 4 is not a continuation of that story. It's set sometime afterwards. It does involve some of the same characters, but it is its own storyline. And the story is pretty basic. You play as JD Phoenix, who's the son of Marcus Phoenix. You and your friends are defending a village, and your girlfriend's mother gets kidnapped. You go after her, but then realize that you need some help, so you go to recruit your daddy, Marcus Phoenix, who comes along for the ride. He then gets taken by some giant vagina type monster, so you go to rescue him. After you rescue Marcus Phoenix, he's like, yeah, we're gonna need some more help, so you get some more help, and yeah, that's pretty much the end. But while that is happening, the thing that keeps you going, and certainly the thing that kept me going, was the fact that the action is awesome. It is fast-paced, it is in your face, it is explosions, it is blood, it is gore, it is everything a 12-year-old boy would want in a video game, except for boobies. There's no boobies in this game. Throughout the whole game is pretty much action, a little bit of respite, then right back into action, a little bit of respite, right back into action, and it does that for the whole game. But it does it in a way that when you're going through the action parts, it gives you enough action so that it feels like a really epic battle, but they never go on so long where you just feel tired of it. And with the parts where the action slows down, it goes on long enough so that you feel relaxed, but never so long that you start to feel bored. But with all that, by the time you get to the end of the game, the final boss was actually pretty disappointing. First of all, I didn't realize it was a final boss until after I beat it, and then the game just ended. And the final boss wasn't even that difficult. And I don't mean that in a, oh, I'm so great at games type way. I mean that in, yeah, he just really wasn't that difficult. Didn't present much of a challenge. And the thing is, when I think back to the first Gears of War game, the final boss there, General Raam, was an epic boss battle. And just the fact that I can remember General Raam's name, and this is a game that I haven't played for years, since whenever that game came out. I remember that whole battle on the train, and like ducking behind the crates, and then trying to hide in the shadows when the Krill are coming, and then trying to run past them and just getting killed, and then starting again. And remember to pick up all the weapons before you go through the door. The point is, that's how a boss battle should be done. Epic and rememberable. But then you come to Gears of War 4, you get to the final boss, and it's like, I'm not even sure if they even gave him a name. Just generic boss monster, I guess. Now, just a little bit about the online modes. Now, there is cross-platform play between the Xbox One and the Windows 10. However, it is only for cooperative modes like Horde, and not for competitive modes like Team Deathmatch. And that's a shame, because I feel like, especially in this case, there really isn't a necessity to separate the competitive modes. Now, I know the whole thing about PC players typically have the advantage, but the reality is that if you're good, you're good, and if you're shit, you're shit. Now, another thing about the online modes is the microtransactions. Now, I absolutely abhor microtransactions. That being said, it is an interesting way they've done it here. Now, first of all, you don't have to use real money. You can use in-game currency, but of course that takes longer to accrue. That being said, there are some packs where you can only buy them with actual cash. Now, when you buy the packs, and I should point out that I've only bought a few packs and I've only used in-game currency. When you buy the packs, you don't get stat boosts or weapons boosts or drones or dogs or anything else that might give you a slight advantage on the battlefield. what you get is the option to earn certain things. For example, you could earn 2,000 XP points if you win a dodgeball game. Dodgeball is one of the online modes. But in order to earn those 2,000 XP points for winning the dodgeball game, first you have to have that card, then you have to actually select that card. Now in the beginning you could only select one card at a time. As you level up you could select more cards at a time, but the point is you could only earn the cards you've selected. So first you have to have the card, then you have to select the card, and then you have to earn the card. And of course they do weapon skins and characters and that stuff too. Now I don't know if Gears of War 4 are the first to do it that way, but it's certainly the first time I've seen it done that way. And as far as abhorrent microtransactions go, not a bad way to handle it. Anyway, if you do decide to play this game, it is absolutely worth playing through on the higher difficulty settings. Now if you're not used to these types of games, then yeah, start off with normal or something lower, but definitely worth going back and playing through on hardcore mode, or if you've got balls of steel or a brass clit, then play it through on an insane mode, because it is, as the name suggests, absolutely insane. I mean, you play this game on insane mode and it's like a movie scene. You know, the part when everything goes black because you're dead? Anyway, to conclude this, Gears of War 4 is a great game and definitely worth picking up, but shop around because it's a little bit hard to recommend at full price. And that's mainly because of the absolutely disappointing ending. Now, if that stuff doesn't bother you so much, then sure, go ahead, get it at full price. If it does bother you, then maybe wait this down to about 30 quid or say $40 round about there and pick it up then. I was fortunate enough to get this game for free because I bought a new graphics card recently, so if you happen to be in the market for a new graphics card for your PC, definitely worth checking if Nvidia are still doing that offer in your territory, or whatever offer they got going on. I mean, it's certainly not uncommon for games to come free with graphics cards, so you know. And that is what I think of Gears of War 4 Villagers. What do you think? Gears of War or Tears of War? Let me know down below, and if you liked this video, give it a like and share it amongst your friends. If you did not like it, then give it a dislike and share it amongst your enemies. Either way, let me know your reasons in the comments. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and until whenever, if ever, Microsoft, fix your shit.